Scheduled for Carabao Cup final weekend, but Arsenal will be otherwise engaged at Wembley then. So tonight they come to a club that, like them, progressed in the FA Cup at the weekend. Wolves at Grimsby, Arsenal after the goalless draw at Nottingham Forest that opened the door for his predecessor to get back into the Premier League. Rob Edwards keeps 8 of the starters from that day. Jose Sa returns after sitting out the FA Cup win at Grimsby, when Santiago Bueno's contributions at both ends of a very muddy pitch earned them a 5th round tie against Liverpool. João Gomez has had a hip injury, so Andre, who captained the team at Blundell Park, stays in, and Jean-Brick Bellegarde comes in, having scored on his last start against Manchester United. Tolu Arokadare is given a break, with Wolves hopeful that the youthful Matheus Mane and recent recruit Adam Armstrong can give them a solid foundation. There are 3 players called Gomez in the squad, with João and Rodrigo on the bench, but Totti is still out with injury. Mikel Arteta will be relieved that no issues arose in the warm-up after it happened for the 4th time this season against Wigan. David Raya, rested for that win, makes his return tonight. William Saliba, who missed the last league game through illness, comes back as one of 3 personnel changes from the draw at Brentford. Martin Zubimendi maintains his record of featuring in every league game since his arrival. Noni Madueke is back in his favourite city, with Bukayo Saka likely to maintain the central role in which he shone after his late call-up on Sunday. Victor Gyökeres is 1 short of the 50-goal mark in his English league career. Ricardo Calafiori is on the bench after his late dropout at the weekend, and so too is Ben White after he came off with a slight injury.
Feel like a long time for Bukayo Saka since he felt that feeling a hit in the back of the net. I said playing in the 10 might just free him, might just lift him a little bit and enable him to get into positions perhaps he wouldn't, starting on the right hand side. Declan Rice all the time in the world
in scoring here. He's ended a 15-match run without a goal, his longest spell since breaking into the first team. It was actually here he scored his first Premier League goal at an empty Molineux back in COVID days.
Well, he's earned his 300 grand this week anyway with that goal.
Is that what you get for 300 grand these days?
Well, it certainly will relax these Arsenal players and also the fans that have made the trip. You could feel the tension at Brentford the other night.
There's Madueke. And Timber driving one across. It has no takers.
Yeah, maybe a slight miss hit, but not the worst ball. Gyökeres isn't too far away. Scored a few coming off the bench, hasn't he? He's taking it in turns almost with Jesus to lead the line for Arsenal.
Here's Hugo Bueno. Wolves did concede first in the reverse fixture, got themselves back on level terms before conceding the late winner. This is the 8th meeting in a row in which Wolves have failed to take the lead so far. Here's Rice looking to prise open the Wolves defence again.
Yeah, looking nervous, jittery, Krejci giving the ball away needlessly. And these Arsenal players will be feeling there's a few goals around tonight. Bit of surface water on that pitch, but it's in a better state than the Grimsby one was.
Well, his team suffered as a result of that, which must have been a concern for him coming into this game, where they knew they would have to summon all reserves of energy to keep at bay the best team in the league on what we've seen so far this season. A team in Arsenal who are aware that any slip would have Manchester City really breathing down their necks. The incentive of a 7-point lead over their rivals, a big one for them, coming to Molineux tonight.
Seem to have slipped back into a back five, Wolves, after that nightmare start.
Here's Nkapie. Gabriel to William Saliba.